Do you ever look in the mirror, or perhaps feel a slight ache in your knees after a long walk, and think, is this really how old I am? Or maybe you feel spry and vibrant, but that number on your birth certificate just doesn't seem to match how you feel inside. It's a strange feeling, isn't it? This disconnect between the calendar age and the age your body truly feels and functions at. Many of us, especially as we gather more years, find ourselves caught in this puzzle. We might assume that age is just a number, fixed and unchangeable, dictating exactly what our bodies are capable of. But here's a surprising truth. A quiet secret that most people don't realize: the number of candles on your last birthday cake doesn't always tell the full story of your physical health, your vitality, or even your brain's sharpness. The painful reality for many is that their biological age, the actual condition of their cells and systems, might be much older or, thankfully, much younger than their chronological age suggests. This gap can lead to unexpected aches, a feeling of fatigue, or even a sense that your body just isn't keeping up with your spirit anymore. But what if you could peek behind the curtain? What if you could get a real sense of your body's true age? Not just based on the date you were born, but on how well your amazing human machine is actually performing. Well, you absolutely can. In this video, we're going to explore 5 simple, revealing at-home tests that can give you incredible insights into your body's real age. These aren't complicated medical procedures. They're quick, easy assessments you can do in your own living room, using nothing more than a few everyday items. They'll help you understand where your body truly stands, offering a clear picture of your balance, strength, flexibility, and even your cognitive quickness. And the best part, knowing your biological age is the very first step toward making it younger. So, watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you. Something that will change the way you think about aging forever. Now, let's dive right into the first of these insightful tests that can reveal so much about your body's inner workings, far beyond what the calendar says. We're going to start with something fundamental, something we often take for granted until it's not quite as steady as it used to be: your balance. Think about it. How often do you truly test your balance in your everyday life? We walk, we stand, we move, often without consciously thinking about the intricate system that keeps us upright. But good balance isn't just about preventing falls, although that's incredibly important, especially as we age. It's a profound indicator of your neurological health, your core strength, and how well your brain is communicating with your muscles. It tells a story about your proprioception, your body's awareness of its position in space, which tends to decline over time if not regularly challenged and maintained. The first test we'll try is called the single leg stand. It's incredibly simple, yet remarkably telling. Here's how you do it, safely and effectively. Find a sturdy chair or a kitchen counter nearby that you can easily grab onto if you feel wobbly. You want to be in a safe environment. Now, take off your shoes. Bare feet or socks on a non-slip surface are best for accurate results. Stand tall, with your arms comfortably at your sides or crossed over your chest. When you're ready, gently lift one foot a few inches off the floor, bending your knee slightly, like a flamingo. Don't let your lifted foot touch your standing leg. Start a timer as soon as you lift your foot and stop it when your lifted foot touches the ground. Or you need to reach for support, or your standing foot shuffles significantly. Try to hold it as long as you comfortably can. Then, repeat on the other leg. Don't worry if one side is a little stronger than the other. That's quite common. What do your results mean? Well, generally speaking, if you can hold the single leg stand for 30 seconds or more on each leg, your balance is likely excellent, indicating a biological age that's quite spry for your chronological age. If you can hold it for 20-29 seconds, that's still very good, putting you in a healthy range. If you find yourself struggling to hold it for 10-19 seconds, it suggests that your balance might need a bit of attention. And this could point to a biological age that feels a little older than you'd like. And if it's less than 10 seconds, that's a clear signal that focusing on balance exercises could make a significant difference in your daily life and overall health. But here's the wonderful part. Balance is highly trainable, even if your numbers aren't where you want them today. Consistent practice can bring remarkable improvements. Just incorporate this test into your daily routine. Maybe while you're brushing your teeth. Stand on one leg, then switch. Or while waiting for the kettle to boil. Even trying to stand on one leg for a few seconds while doing dishes can make a difference. Over time, you'll feel more stable, more confident, and less prone to those unsettling wobbles. It's a true testament to how our bodies can adapt and improve, no matter the number of years we've lived. Moving on from balance. Our next test focuses on a different kind of strength, one that's often overlooked but incredibly indicative of your overall vitality and even your bone health: your grip strength. When we talk about strength, we often think of big muscles and lifting heavy weights. But the simple act of gripping, squeezing, or opening a jar tells a profound story about your body's overall power. Your grip strength is a fantastic proxy for your total body strength, your muscle mass, and even your bone density. Studies have shown a strong correlation between robust grip strength and a lower risk of chronic diseases, better heart health, and a greater capacity to live independently as you age. It's one of those quiet indicators that whispers about your overall biological robustness. So, how do we test this at home without fancy equipment? You might not have a dynamometer, which is the professional tool for measuring grip strength, but we can do a very effective, practical version. All you need is something soft and squeezable, like a tennis ball, a stress ball, or even a small, firm cushion. Here's the simple test. Sit comfortably in a chair. Take your chosen object in one hand. Squeeze it as hard as you can for about 5 seconds, really focusing on engaging all the muscles in your hand and forearm. Notice the intensity of the squeeze, the feeling of engagement. Then relax. Shake out your hand, and repeat with the other hand. It's not about measuring pounds per square inch, but about the feeling of strength and comparing it between your two hands. For an even better indicator, try doing this consistently for a week. Can you feel a difference day to day? Can you hold the squeeze longer? Or feel like you can apply more pressure? What does this tell you about your body's real age? If you find your grip feeling surprisingly strong, capable of easily opening stubborn jars or carrying heavy bags of groceries without strain, that's a wonderful sign of youthful vigor. It suggests you likely have good muscle mass and bone density for your age. If, however, you find yourself struggling with everyday tasks that require grip, or if one hand feels significantly weaker than the other, it could be a gentle nudge that your body's biological age is creeping up, indicating a need for more attention to overall strength. But, just like balance, grip strength is highly responsive to exercise. Simple things like squeezing that tennis ball daily, using hand exercisers you can find online, or even just doing some simple finger and wrist stretches can make a big difference. Even carrying grocery bags without a cart, if you can do so safely, can be a great way to naturally build up your grip. Imagine the ease of opening any jar, carrying all your bags in one go, or having a firm, confident handshake. These are all small victories that add up to a greater sense of independence and capability, truly shaving years off your perceived biological age. Now that we've explored the importance of balance and grip strength, let's continue our journey into revealing your body's real age with another crucial assessment. Now that we've looked at balance and the surprising insights grip strength can offer, let's move on to a test that speaks volumes about your lower body strength and endurance, something vital for maintaining independence and enjoying life to the fullest. We're talking about the sit-to-stand test, sometimes called the chair stand test. This one might seem incredibly basic, something we do countless times a day without thinking, but its simplicity is precisely what makes it so powerful. Think about how often you get up from a chair, or a couch, or even a toilet. Your ability to do this with ease and efficiency is a direct measure of the strength in your quadriceps, your glutes, and your core. As we age, if we don't actively work to maintain it, this foundational strength can diminish, making everyday tasks feel like a much bigger effort. This decline can subtly add years to your biological age, limiting your mobility and even your desire to engage in activities you once loved. A strong lower body means easier walks, safer movements, and the ability to confidently navigate your world. Here's how to perform the sit-to-stand test safely and effectively. You'll need a sturdy, armless chair placed against a wall so it won't slide. The seat height should be about 17 inches, around 43 centimeters, which is a standard dining chair height. Sit down with your feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart, and your arms crossed over your chest. From this position, without using your hands for support, stand up fully until your knees are straight. Then, slowly and with control, sit back down. You want your bottom to gently touch the chair before you stand up again. The goal is to perform as many repetitions as you can in 30 seconds. Have a clock or a timer ready, and a friend or family member to count for you can be helpful. If you're doing it alone, you can count aloud. Make sure you fully stand up and fully sit down each time. What do your results tell you generally? If you can complete 15-20 repetitions or more in 30 seconds, your lower body strength is excellent for your age, suggesting a very youthful biological age. If you manage 10-14 repetitions, that's still a good, healthy range. Fewer than 10 repetitions might indicate that your lower body strength could use some attention, potentially signaling a biological age that's feeling a bit older. But again, this is fantastic news because it's a muscle group that responds incredibly well to targeted exercise. If your score isn't where you'd like it to be, simply practicing this test itself is a great exercise. Try to do a few chair stands every day, slowly increasing the number of repetitions. You can also incorporate gentle squats, using a counter for support if needed, or simply making a conscious effort to stand up and sit down more throughout your day instead of staying seated for long periods. Every time you consciously engage those leg muscles, you're sending a powerful signal to your body to stay strong and capable, turning back the clock on your biological age. Next up, let's talk about flexibility. This often goes hand in hand with mobility and can drastically affect how comfortable you feel in your own skin. Have you ever noticed how some everyday movements, reaching for something on a high shelf, tying your shoelaces, or looking over your shoulder while driving, become a little less fluid, a little more strained over time? This can often be attributed to a decrease in flexibility. Our joints, muscles, and connective tissues can stiffen with age if they aren't regularly put through their full range of motion. Losing flexibility doesn't just make simple tasks harder, it can also contribute to aches, pains, and a higher risk of injury. A flexible body is a comfortable body, one that moves with ease and grace, irrespective of its chronological age. It's truly a hallmark of a younger biological age. The flexibility test we'll try is called the back scratch test, and it's a great indicator of shoulder flexibility, which is crucial for so many daily activities. Here's how you do it. Stand tall and comfortably. Take your right hand and reach over your right shoulder, trying to touch your upper back. At the same time, take your left hand and reach up your back from underneath, as if trying to meet your right hand. The goal is to see if your fingers can touch or overlap. Don't strain or force it, just reach as far as is comfortable. Note whether your fingertips touch, overlap, or if there's a gap between them. Then, switch hands and repeat, reaching over your left shoulder with your left hand and up your back with your right. What do your results reveal if your fingers touch or overlap by an inch or more on both sides? Your shoulder flexibility is excellent, suggesting a very youthful biological age. If your fingers are within an inch or so of touching, that's still a good, functional range. However, If there's a significant gap between your fingers 2 inches or more, it indicates that your shoulder and upper back flexibility could use some dedicated attention. A lack of flexibility in this area can make things like reaching, dressing, or even sleeping comfortably a challenge, and it can definitely contribute to feeling biologically older than your years. But here's the good news: stretching is incredibly effective. Simple daily stretches, like arm circles, shoulder rolls, or gently reaching behind your back with a towel to help bridge the gap, can bring remarkable improvements. Consistency is key. Just a few minutes a day can lead to a significant increase in your range of motion, reducing stiffness and making you feel remarkably more limber and youthful. This simple test is a fantastic reminder that a bit of movement goes a long way in keeping your body feeling vibrant and young. Now, for our 5th and final at-home test. We're going to shift our focus slightly from physical strength and flexibility to something equally, if not more, important for maintaining a youthful biological age: your cognitive processing speed and reaction time. This isn't just about how quickly you can catch a falling object. It's a window into how efficiently your brain is processing information and sending signals to your muscles. A sharp reaction time indicates robust neurological pathways, good cognitive function, and a brain that's actively engaged and quick on its feet. As we age, our reaction times can naturally slow down. But this isn't an inevitable decline. Much like our muscles, our brains benefit immensely from stimulation and challenge, helping to keep those neural connections firing quickly and efficiently. A quick reaction time is often associated with a younger brain, making you safer, more responsive, and more confident in various situations. From driving to navigating busy sidewalks, the test we'll perform is a classic and very telling one: the ruler drop test. For this, you'll need a standard 12-inch ruler and a willing helper, a friend, family member, or even a grandchild. Here's how it works. Have your helper hold the ruler vertically, with the zero end facing down, so it's suspended just above your open thumb and forefinger. Your thumb and forefinger should be about an inch apart, ready to pinch. When your helper drops the ruler without warning, you need to catch it as quickly as possible. Note the measurement on the ruler where your thumb is when you catch it. The lower the number, the quicker your reaction time. Repeat this 3 times and take the average of your catches. What does the measurement mean for your biological age? If you consistently catch the ruler between the 2-inch and 4-inch mark, that's excellent, indicative of a very sharp and youthful reaction time. Catches between 4 and 6 inches are still very good. If your average catch is between 6 and 8 inches, it suggests your reaction time is within a healthy range. But there's definitely room for improvement. However, if your average catch is consistently above 8 inches, it's a strong indicator that your reaction time might be slowing, potentially signaling a biological age that could benefit from some mental and physical sharpening exercises. This isn't about being perfect. It's about gaining awareness. And the good news is, you can absolutely improve your reaction time, engaging in activities that require quick thinking and responses, like playing certain video games, even simple ones on a tablet, sports, learning a new instrument, or even just doing simple hand-eye coordination drills like juggling or bouncing a ball against a wall, can stimulate those neural pathways. Regular physical activity, especially exercises that involve changing direction or quick movements, also significantly contributes to better reaction times. Even just consistently practicing this ruler drop test can help your brain and body become more efficient at responding quickly. It's a wonderful example of how our brains, like our bodies, thrive on being challenged, and how you can actively work to keep them nimble and quick, truly reducing your biological age. So, we've walked through 5 simple yet incredibly insightful at-home tests that reveal so much more than just the number on your birth certificate. We started by exploring your balance with the single leg stand, a quiet indicator of your neurological health and stability. Then, we moved on to the surprising power of your grip strength, which tells a broader story about your overall vitality, muscle mass, and bone density. we tackled the crucial sit-to-stand test, showing the real-world impact of your lower body strength and endurance on your independence. We looked at the freedom that comes with good flexibility through the back scratch test, highlighting the importance of joint health and range of motion for comfortable movement. And finally, we just discovered the quickness of your mind and body connection with the ruler drop test, a fantastic gauge of your cognitive processing and neural efficiency. Now, you might be looking at your results from these tests and wondering, what do I do with this information? This is where the real magic happens. And this is where that surprising element I mentioned at the beginning truly comes into play. The surprise isn't just about discovering your body's real age. It's about realizing the incredible power you have to change it. These tests aren't meant to be a judgment. They are a gift. They are your personal roadmap, a clear guide pointing directly to the areas where your amazing body could use a little extra love, a little extra attention, and a little extra challenge. Think of it not as a final score, but as a starting point for an exciting journey towards a more vibrant, more capable you. If your balance felt a bit wobbly, that's your body saying, let's work on stability. If your grip felt weaker than you expected, it's an invitation to build overall strength. If getting up from a chair felt like a big effort, that's a direct message to focus on those powerful leg muscles. If flexibility felt tight, your body is asking for more fluid movement. And if your reaction time was slower than you hoped, it's a call to engage your brain in new and exciting ways. The true surprise is that even small, consistent efforts in any of these areas can make a profound difference. You don't need expensive gym memberships or complicated routines. You have everything you need right at home. It's about incorporating simple movements into your daily life. It's about being mindful and intentional. It's about remembering that your body is incredibly adaptable, incredibly resilient, and always capable of improvement. No matter what age the calendar says, imagine the confidence that comes from feeling more stable on your feet, the ease of opening any jar, the joy of moving with less stiffness, or the mental sharpness that helps you stay quick and responsive. These aren't just physical improvements. They translate into a greater sense of well-being, more independence, and a renewed enthusiasm for life. You are not defined by a number, but by your capacity to move, to think, and to engage with the world around you. Remember, every step, every stretch, every little effort you make to improve these areas is a powerful statement to your body that you value it, you care for it, and you're committed to living your best life. It's about taking control, feeling empowered, and recognizing that you have a significant say in how well you age. Your biological age is not a fixed destiny. It's a dynamic, responsive measure that you can absolutely influence. So, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these at-home tests did you try first? What did you discover about your body's real age? Share your experiences, your insights, and any tips you have in the comments below. Your stories can inspire others and help build a wonderful community of people committed to thriving at every stage of life. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a big thumbs up. That really helps us know we're creating content you love. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more practical advice and empowering insights designed to help you live your best life. Keep moving, keep learning, and keep thriving. You have the power to influence your body's true age. And by doing so, truly live your best life at every age.